I love Jamaica. I love Jamaica. I love it so much here, but why? Tell me why. Why is doing simple business here so difficult? I need to get a Jamaican license, and I've been instructed to go to the depot to book the test. I drive to the depot, boom, boom, boom. I go there, the lady says to me, do you have the fee? Have you paid the fee? I said, no, how much is the fee? It's $3,000. I'm like, no problem. Here, take my card. Take my card. She said, no, you don't pay us. You pay the tax office. I'm like, okay, fine. The tax office must be really close. No. It's really far. It's nowhere like close in the vicinity of this area. Okay, no problem. Can I do it online? No. You got to physically go over there and pay it. Okay. I'm going to drive, go tax office. A whole nother building. A whole nother parish. Me no know. I have to bring the receipt back to the depot before me can book an appointment for book the test. Oh wait, no. It don't end right there. I need not one, not two, but 3 photographs verified by a JP that it's me, even though I'm gonna be going there with my face, giving them my like, yeah, I'm gonna know the JP business. I don't need to stop it, but whatever. And then I also have to go to the doctor. I gotta go to the doctor for them to verify that I'm fit to drive. Maybe I'm being ignorant, but I thought that you had to go to the optometrist about your eyes. I may be dumb on that point, but either way, why? At least allow me to pay the fee online.
You know, I don't know what's going on in Jamaica this time, but I don't know if anybody realizes it, but the services have gotten horrible. And I don't want to blame it on Melissa, because it's not Melissa. The services like this before, they just got worse. So everything, you try to use your phone, you get cutting off. You're talking, you get disconnected. You're trying to make a call, it lag. You go on the computer where you're supposed to have high data and high Wi-Fi and high connection that you pay for, and it lags. Everything is slow. Everything takes long. You struggle for water, a little bit of rain, and you lose your water. You're the damn them not getting no water, and it rains for days and days every evening. You struggle. Little bit of wind blow, and the light gone and come back on. Light gone, come back on. Little wind blow. Go to the bank, service is not working properly. You're waiting. I got to a certain bank today, all systems down. All systems down.
A lot of Jamaicans abroad dream of going back home one day. This is something many people hold on to, especially when they're migrating for the first time. This idea that after working hard, saving money, building stability, they'll eventually move back home to enjoy the life that they initially imagined. But the reality is, for many, it slowly fades over time. And I think one of the biggest reasons for this is once people experience functioning systems abroad, it's difficult to willingly return to an underdeveloped country. And let's be honest, this is not about hating on Jamaica. This is not just about Jamaica, right? This is acknowledging that patriotism, culture, that can't erase infrastructure. And I know this from personal experience. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is your girl, Shakira. I hope you all are doing well and are ready to cuss in the comment section. Before we move forward, please click like on the video. Also hype the video if that option shows up for you. And hopefully later on in the video, you'll like it enough to subscribe.
So I just came back from a 6-week trip to Jamaica, and I want to tell you guys some of my cons about the island. And before I make this video, I just want to say this ain't the time to give props to the fucking island, okay? Like, I give props to the island all the time, but I just have to give the cons now because in June's time you will realize. Like, a lot of times I have to ask myself, wait, do I want to live here full time? The answer is yes, but still. Okay, so number 1 on my list of things that I hate about Jamaica is the customer service, especially from the women. I don't know what it is. It's like as soon as you make it into the airport, bare attitude. It don't matter where you at. Like, I literally was at Devon House spending $4,000 for ice cream. They do not care. Rude as fuck. Even if you're American, yeah. Another con is fear of serious injury. I got bit by a dog for the first time while I was in Jamaica, and everybody was like, oh my God, go to the hospital. I was like, no. The cost is way cheaper, but I couldn't imagine something serious happening to me, like a car accident, God forbid, or being shot or some shit. Like, baby, it's gonna take a while for that ambulance to get to you. The police gonna get to you. They might rush you to the hospital. Just imagine somebody throwing you in the back of a taxi to get you to the hospital. Like, where's the ambulances? Obviously anything to save my life, but it's still very fucking scary. Like, I be praying every time I step outside.
Now, let me know in the comment section, how many of you can actually relate to this? How many of you are living overseas or have traveled and have experienced the difference in customer service? Now, I can tell you straight up, I don't know, Jamaica, Jamaicans, and customer service does not fit into the same sentence. And I'm speaking from personal experience. I'm happy she touched on the airport. Like, bro, I don't know what it is with Jamaicans, but I have experienced the same thing in the airport, like having to go through the process, filling out these forms. They have their websites that never work. It is very frustrating. And I really feel as though some effort should be put into the systems, the apps, the softwares that they're using, just so it's a bit more user friendly, especially for non-locals who are traveling and just wanting to come back to enjoy the island. In a nutshell, it is horrible. And this is based on my personal experience.
Number 3 is no Apple Pay. It forced me to stop being a young hoe and bring my cards outside. Like, I never walked with cards up until I was living in Jamaica. Like, I did not adapt to that. If I didn't have cash, I was broke, basically. And that goes into my next point. The card machines will stop working out of nowhere everywhere. This happened multiple times while I was in Jamaica. I went to pay with my card that they accepted, and they're like, oh, the card system is down. I went to the ATM system was down. I went to look on the apps. I got like a notification from 7th Grade, which is the like DoorDash, and they were like, yeah, we're not taking cards. So like the whole banking system will shut down, and everybody who ain't have money, you're Number 4 or 5, I don't remember what number I'm on, is the fast food lines are long as hell. Like when I say you will not get your food in a timely manner, you're going to be on a line longer than 30 plus minutes, 45 minutes plus. Products out there are 10 times more expensive than products here. Like I ran out of a few of my essentials, and they have them in Jamaica. Like don't think Jamaica don't have products. Like they have the EOS, they have, you know, the Vaseline gel and all the stuff that I like. But baby, $20 a bottle. No, thank you.
Can we just talk about the banking system and how outdated and ancient it is? I've heard so many Jamaicans talking about this, not just returning residents, locals who are there. The banking system sucks. Sometimes it's down. Even going in person to the bank, sometimes you just can't get your business done because their system will be down. Sometimes you want to pay a bill online and you can't because their software is not working. The app is not working. The system is just not working. It's not functioning. It is very frustrating.
I look you too much. But when I say con, it's more of a con than a pro. Every time you leave your house, somebody's going to try to talk to you. I'll be like, please, not right now. They'll just you with your man. As soon as your man walk away, they're going to come try to talk. My last point is their mailing system. So you know how in America we have a whole mailing system. People bring shit to your door and deliver it to your apartment, to your house, wherever you live, right then and there. You could pick it up from the post office. Basically, they have a system where like it's like a man on a bike or in a car, and they'll drop your one package to you and you pay a delivery fee for that depending on your shipping company. But when you ship something to Jamaica, you have to like ship it to a skybox or straight to Jamaica, which will cost a lot. So a lot of people use the skybox, and then you get it in a decent time. But it's just the process of getting your package. You know how we come home and we just have packages waiting for us on our doorstep? Unless they have that. Again, I was only there for 6 weeks. I'm sure there's so much more to learn. They don't have that shit. It will be somebody who you need to send an invoice to, show them what you're getting. If it's more than $100, you have to pay by pound, whatnot. And baby, that will be a lot for me as a content creator. So yeah, keep that in mind if you're ever thinking about moving to Jamaica.
Out of everything that she mentioned, it's just convenience. Convenience is once you get used to a certain lifestyle or you get used to certain systems just functioning when you need it to, it's hard to willingly dial it back because everything comes to my door. And yes, there are pros and cons to that. I think the system also makes you kind of lazy and too laid back and not wanting to leave your house because I can attest to that. But in emergencies, sometimes you really do need things to show up. I also feel like people who classify us as sellouts or people who judge us harshly or speak ill of us are people who haven't experienced what we've experienced. Because I feel as though if most people are in our shoes, then they are going to behave the same. Moving on to the next.
People keep asking me, why did you move away from Jamaica? Why did you move away from Jamaica? There's no DoorDash. There's no Instacart. Going to the bank took all day. I'm sorry, as much as I love my country, I had to go.
I share the same sentiment. As much as I love Jamaica, I love my country, I love being Jamaican. There are just certain things I can't adapt to. Not saying that if I had to, I couldn't. It's just, it would be very difficult. You know, I like DoorDash. I like Uber Eats. I like the mailing system, next day delivery. I like those things. And the lifestyle here may cost more, but comfort is very expensive. And that's something I have grown accustomed to.
A lot of people take pride in saying they will never go back to Jamaica. But here's what they don't realize. Loving Jamaica does not require living in Jamaica. So for the people who love to say, I will never go back, like it's a thing, well, surprise, it's not a thing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with a Jamaican who lives abroad and has no intention of going back. None, zero. Because nationality is not a return ticket. It's an identity. You don't stop being Jamaican because you built life somewhere else. No. You don't lose your culture because your zip code changed. No. And you don't owe anyone an explanation for choosing stability, safety, opportunity, or peace. Jamaicans abroad still send billions back home, still raise Jamaican children, still defend Jamaica in places Jamaicans aren't. You can love Jamaica without living in it. You can represent Jamaica without returning to it. Listen, Jamaica is not a place you must go back to. No, it's a people you never leave.
You don't have to live full time in Jamaica to represent what it means to be a Jamaican, to be a Jamaican, to be a proud Jamaican, because I am. I love my country, but I'm also a Canadian citizen, and I also love this country. It is hard, don't get me wrong. Every country has their own issues. Every country has their own faults, right? I complain a lot about Canada as well, okay? Canada ain't easy. But I'm also grateful for the opportunities that I've been given here, because a lot of the things that I have accomplished in my life, I really don't think I would have accomplished them in Jamaica. I really don't think so. Also, when you have children, every decision you make is for their best interest. And would I prefer to raise my children here or in Jamaica? I prefer here because I worry a bit less. Not saying that things don't happen in these countries, they do. But when it comes to safety, I don't worry as much. And safety is a very big issue for me. If you are a Jamaican living abroad, anywhere, let me know your thoughts on what these people mentioned, right? How have your experience been in terms of living abroad as opposed to living in Jamaica? Would you willingly move back to Jamaica right now if you could? And I know the life here in Canada, America, it is very hard. And I've heard so many Canadians, so many Americans say, oh, I'm going to leave. I want to move back to the islands. I want to move back to my home country. And a lot of people do. But I also find people do that when the struggle here has become exponentially unmanageable. It really comes down to your resources, the community you have, the people you have around you, and the life that you have built. For me personally, I love the life that I've built here. I don't want to do without DoorDash.